My name is Nicholas Upton, and I restore classic minis.
This is Work in Progress, where we chronicle enthusiasts building and driving their classic BMWs, Minis, and Rolls-Royces. I'm your host, Jason Cammisa. On this episode of Work in Progress, we're at Boot to Bonnet, a California shop that specializes in building, maintaining, and restoring classic minis. This 1964 Mini Wagon doesn't look like much yet, but Nick will be taking it to Monterey Car Week in a few short months.
So what's the plan for this car?
We're going to build a Phantom car.
Phantom Rolls-Royce?
No,
Phantom?
it's we're replicating a Cooper S in a wagon format. So if you could have gone in and special ordered a car and checked all the right boxes, you could have gotten the big motor and disc brakes and the luxury interior and trim that a Cooper S would have had. And those options were never offered in a wagon.
So you're basically building the car that Mini would have built if Mini allowed the Cooper S powertrain to be put into the wagon.
Well, not just the powertrain, but all the trim and the interior and the brakes. And there's more than just having a big motor.
So what's the story with this particular car? Where'd you find it?
Literally built another car for the same customer that owns this, and he came to me and he goes, I don't have a wagon, I'd really like one for my collection. And I was like, okay. And I said, do you have one to start with? He goes, no, we need to find one. And I went, okay. And literally over the next couple of months, hunted Craigslist and eBay and talked to friends, and this one showed up on Craigslist up in Washington and kind of fit the bill of what we needed for a build.
So where do you start? What's the first thing you have to do?
Next step for it actually is it's going to get mounted up on a rotisserie, have the sills removed and media blasted. Clean it off, get basically down to bare metal and start over. After it's in bare metal, it'll get set up on my chassis bench and checked for cracks and square, and most likely have a pull or two done to it to square the front rear subframe mounting points all back up. And then start doing sheet metal work for paint.
See, I think this is the difference between you, who you do this for a living, and the rest of us who pull cars apart and then never go back together, is you have all the parts here ready to go.
And
conceivable.
Yes, and I've been doing the same car now for 10 years. So it's I know the parts and pieces, and literally when I picked up this car, took every single bit of piece out of the car, laid it across the floor and made a notepad of here's what I need. And so when I'm hunting for parts or cleaning up or whatever, I go, oh, I need this for that car, and it goes and gets thrown in one of the bins for this car. And that's why you see it packed full of parts at the moment. That's everything I've been collecting for it just gets stuck with it so it all stays together.
That's why you want a wagon. It serves as its own parts car.
Exactly.
That's awesome. It seems like you have a plan. I trust you, but we're still going to come back in and check on you before Monterey. In the meantime, you guys should click on the link below to visit the BMW Group Classic blog and check out other stories of old cars that are cool too.
On the next episode of Work in Progress, we meet Alan Galbraith, who's embarking on a lifelong promise to himself to drive a classic Rolls-Royce every day.